Okay, welcome to Dave's Cooking Show, and for you today we have a chili lime barbecue chicken sandwich. But first, we have to make a marinade for our chicken. This is my triple citrus chicken marinade. We start off with a half a cup of orange juice, 2 teaspoons of orange zest, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, a teaspoon of lemon zest, 2 tablespoons of lime juice, a half a teaspoon of lime zest, a quarter cup of olive oil, 3 to 4 tablespoons of a diced white onion, or, roughly chopped, it's not terrible, a tablespoon of minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustards, 2 teaspoons of honey, of course, salt and pepper. Now, this recipe will make enough marinade for roughly 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of chicken. So, when you got all that in that little container, you'll see why I use this in a minute. Give it a good stir and should be good to go. All right, as you can see here, I got some chicken on my cutting board, some nice chicken breasts, and you want to cut them in half lengthwise. It's basically they make better sandwich pieces. So just let the knife do the work and should be good to go. Next step. Oh, obviously I'm not seasoning them with anything, and you can trim a little bit of the fat off if you don't want it to. All right, I got my chicken in my Ziploc bag, and I'm going to pour all that wonderful marinade in that son of a bitch and kind of roll all the chicken around. Also, make sure you try to squeeze as much air out as possible. Easiest way to do that is fold the one side of the bag over the other, just like I did there, and you should be good. Squeeze the marinade, and then you want to marinate this for at least 3 hours, but can be overnight. So make sure to pop this in the fridge, and at least 3 hours, but can be overnight. I think I did mine for 5 hours. Okay, time to make our chili lime barbecue sauce. Here's how you do that. You start off with 2 cups of ketchup, a half a cup of apple cider vinegar, a half a cup of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons lemon juice, a tablespoon kosher salt, 2 teaspoons paprika, 2 teaspoons chili powder. I think I actually added a little bit more in mine, so you may want to up it to 3, but I like things slightly spicy. A teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of ground mustard, a half a teaspoon of turmeric, and, of course, a dash of Tabasco. Or any old hot sauce will do. And if you don't like spice, then you feel free to, leave it out. I mean, that's fine. And then you just want to give this a good old-fashioned stir. And I don't think I used Tabasco, as a matter of fact. I might have used just regular hot sauce. Yeah, I used a couple of dashes of Texas Pete's hot sauce. But again, entirely up to you. Then you just want to give this a good stir and place it on the stove top over a medium-low heat. And you want to simmer till your desired thickness. All right, you just want to simmer this again over that medium-low heat. At least 10 minutes, but it's really up to you. It's a personal choice. If you like a thinner sauce, a little bit less. You like a thicker sauce, a little bit more. I'm a little more partial to thicker sauces, so I tend to go a little bit more. Like if the recipe says 10 minutes, I maybe do 15 or 20. So that's just me. All right, next step. Okay, and the chicken's done marinating now on a grill that's been heated to medium heat. Time to put that chicken on the grill and season it with salt and pepper, but of course I had to run in and wash my hands and keep cooking it over medium heat. It's a little higher than I normally go, but I want the any excess marinade to kind of be, moved off of it. And through the magic of cooking show editing, the chicken is nearly done. It's about 160. Time to add the sauce, and you do want to crank the heat down to low because, again, caramelized barbecue sauce is delicious. Burnt barbecue sauce tastes like shit. So just a good lathering. Give this a couple of minutes to caramelize up. Flip it over. Do it again. And repeat the process at least one more time. That's just my advice. So at least once more on the sauce, and we should be ready to bring them on in the house and make our sandwich. Okay, while the chicken was grilling, you should have been heating your oven up to about 400 degrees. Now, these are Teller rolls, but you can certainly use hoagie rolls if you can't find them. Butter both sides of said roll. And try to remember where the tops are and where the bottoms are. Pepper one side of one of the rolls. Decide if the tray is lined up perfectly. And then on one half, you want to add some nice, wonderful Gouda cheese. And then on the other, just for a little bit more heat, just a little bit more heat, some pepper jack cheese. Then you want to just pop this son of a bitch into the oven for a couple of minutes or until the cheese is melted. Okay, through the magic of cooking show editing, cheese is melted and they're ready to go. Okay, so take one of the chicken breasts, put it down on there. Then you're going to add some coleslaw to the top. Now, this is the one thing I lazed out on. I just bought a bag of pre-shredded coleslaw and got a dressing off the shelf. And a little tomato. And, of course, because it's tomato, a little salt for the tomato. And then put the top on. And that's it. Chili lime chicken sandwich. Done.